If you're in need of resources here in the Duke City but don't know who to call or how to get it started, there's help readily available. 211 is an information and referral service for community members, helping connect people with rent or utility assistance, food and clothing banks, shelters, and so much more. Now, I spoke with Sandra Sylvan to find out more details about the 211 phone line and all the upgrades it recently got. Joining us this morning, we have Sandra Sylvan with United Way of Central New Mexico. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, we're talking about 211, one of the best kept secrets, but now United Way is ready to let the cat out of the bag and let everybody know all about it, right? Because you need to get the word out. This is a great resource that we want everybody in New Mexico to know about. So let's start there. What is 211?
So 211 is an information and referral service that connects people in our community with human services, such as if they need help with resources for housing or food and meals or utilities, mental health, healthcare, etc. They can call 211 and we'll connect them with resources that are in their geography. We do zip code searches, and one of the beautiful things about our 211 service is that we have community resource specialists who are really well trained in learning about what people need. So if someone calls us in search of shelter, the specialist on the other end of the phone is going to ask some other questions and maybe learn that they need other resources as well. And so they'll connect them, which I think is really, really important, because I don't know about you, but I think a lot of us are experiencing kind of information overload. And so it's really nice to have another person on the other end of the phone that can really weave through the haystack of resources and give folks what they need. So that's what we do.
I completely agree with you on that. Absolutely. You're making it a lot easier for someone to kind of connect directly with what they need, what their biggest necessity might be at that point. Can you tell me, over the course of the pandemic, how has 211 really helped United Way help those out in the community?
Well, it's been really interesting because we've had this service for I think almost 20 years now. And what we noticed with the pandemic was, first of all, an enormous spike in call volume. So in 2019, we had about 1,600 calls. In 2020, we had almost 3,000. So the needs have increased dramatically, as everybody knows. We've also seen the requests for assistance with food and meals have gone up almost 400%. And we've also had a huge increase in calls about mental health support or addiction support and healthcare, and also financial support and housing support. And so we're really happy that we can be there to help people wend their way to the resources they need. And then the other piece, I think, is people call us and they're experiencing a lot of stress and they may be in crisis. And so it's nice to have someone calm at the other end of the phone that can give them what they need. So we've learned that even though there are two moratorium on eviction, there is still an increase in homelessness in our state, and people are really experiencing a lot of hard times. And so what this data is helping us do is identify what community needs are, and then use that to inform our work as United Way. And as you know, our mission at United Way is to connect people with resources. And so if we see there are gaps, maybe we can help to fill that gap and let our community partners know, hey, there's this part of the city that needs thus and such, and they don't have access. What can we do to work together to get folks what they need?
Wow, so you guys are really at the forefront of all of this. You're able to see firsthand how the pandemic has really affected so many people within our community. Now, I know you mentioned a whole gamut of things that you guys do already. Are there any plans for any improvements or to do something more with 211?
So what we've done so far during the pandemic, we've totally ramped up our system so that we now have a call center software that allows us to do warm handoffs. So if someone calls and needs a resource, we can do a live transfer of the call to help make sure that the person gets access to the resource. We have an updated state-of-the-art database. And then, so we're keeping, as you know, things are changing pretty rapidly in the context of the pandemic. And so resources come and go, hours change, access requirements differ, and so on. And so we're keeping up with that. And then the other thing that we're doing is we're really beginning to collaborate with the statewide network of 211s, because people need access to resources throughout the state of New Mexico. And so we're teaming. And so if somebody has like a bilingual associate that can support our work, we're going to work with them to do that. If we can support them with our database, we're working on that. So we're setting up a collaboration that'll provide New Mexicans with a really strong web or network of support through 211s across our state.
I like it. Okay, we're down to about 10 seconds left. Give me your website.
It is UWCNM, United Way of Central New Mexico.org 211 helpline.
Perfect.
And folks can search resources there as well.
Again, 211, another great resource. Sandra, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Have a great